All right, Coach, tough one to end the four-game winning streak there. Some positives, some negatives. What kind of was the difference between last night and tonight where you guys came out in the wrong one today?
I thought our first period was really good. We were in the game. I think we just kind of ran out of gas. Just our travel lately, a lot of games, a short period of time. I think the young guys feel that a little more. The older guys know how to play through all that stuff. So good learning experience, especially against a good team like that.
It's rare for any team to specifically be playing 4 games in 5 nights. Obviously with the weather exchange and everything, had that happen. But you have to be happy at the very least pulling out 3 of those 4.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy with our performances over the course here. But the big thing here is we got to learn to play a little playoff hockey. Like, okay, it's 1-1, 2-1. Don't let it slide, and I think we let it slide there. Maybe get that goal back, kind of trickled in, but we just didn't have any gas to do a push at all at the end.
It's been Brett Leeson at center for the last 3 games since Center Grabinski's injury. How impressed have you been with his performance in that position? It's not a place where he's been playing out a lot the whole last of his professional career. So
it's not it's not always the perfect situation, but I used them earlier on in the year when we came just because we had guys hurt and guys got kicked out or in the box. So I know we can play a little bit, but hopefully we'll see about Ribby, how long he's going to be, and get him back and get Lease back on the wing.
And speaking of some of the injured guys, not just Grabinski, but also Moogly and Gibson, have you talked to the trainers at all what their status could be for the Northeast trip weekend you've got coming up here, or what's it looking like?
I think they're both coming on the trip. I have to double check here. We got a day off tomorrow and then practice Thursday, so I'll know more by then, but I believe they are coming on the trip.
Been a lot of big minutes for Ryan Chesley lately. What have you seen from him as the season's developed, and how have you thought he's played in what seems like been a bit of a large role over the last couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, especially Nesser out, who took a big chunk of ice time in that, and some injuries to Allen and that. Consistently being in the lineup, I think he's taken advantage of it. Best thing he can do, and when he is on, he's moving his feet and he can skate. So he's just got to keep pounding that in his head. That you got to move your feet, get your head up, and you'll be fine.
Coach, you mentioned learning experiences with such a tight schedule over these days, and obviously with the young team. What are those learning experiences? What is the takeaways that your young guys can maybe learn from having 4 games of play?
Well, just to manage their ice time. I think that's the biggest thing. Sometimes we get stuck out there, especially tonight. We had some younger guys looking to be the hero or trying to push it, and you get stuck in your head and you get tired. And next thing you know, it's in the back of your net. So these are the things you have to try to learn to play the game when you're tired like that, 4 and 5 nights, or in a playoff series where you got to keep your shift short, roll them over, keep everybody involved in the game, and something we'll address on Thursday at practice.
You mentioned the kind of correlation between that playoff hockey, right? If you look back, when that elimination time does come, is it moments like these where you guys can draw off of to maybe have that success and push you guys over the edge?
Yeah, for sure. Like, learn to play tired. Learn to, and that's, I always say to these guys, your habits will protect you. When you're tired, the brain shuts off. But if you have good habits, it will protect you in a game. And we're not there yet.
How many of those do your older guys talk about, the veterans?
They're always talking. They're always repeating what I'm saying. I'm always like, you guys got to think up of your own stuff. But no, they are. They're good. Our vets are good. They understand it, and they're tired too. But you can see the difference between a tired vet and a tired young guy. The vet he knows how to work it and manage his game better. But that's why we're here. We're here to teach these kids how to do that, so if they ever get to the big club, that they're ready to go.
And for you as coach, do you learn a lot about your team when you have guys that are kind of on that last battery charge, where it's different when your guys are fresh and obviously they're going to play?
Well, I learn a lot from them because I can see where they're at mentally. I can see where they're at physically. So, and I can base off now. What are we going to do? We get a day off Wednesday now. What am I going to do? What's my plan Thursday with these guys? Some coaches would go hard on them, bag skate them because they're angry because they didn't show up in the 3rd period. But my approach is more rest. Less is better. Rest is a weapon.
So then what does the next few days look like before that Northeast
Just,
trip?
we need to kind of work on a few things, but just nothing strenuous, nothing, just more, make sure everybody's got their ice packs on, recharge the batteries, have a little bit of a skate on Thursday, go over some things, but very short, and then get some more rest, and then back on the bus.
One last one from me, Coach. Trade deadline on Friday. Obviously, there's not much you guys down here can do to control what goes on up in Washington, but there's going to be a lot of rumors, a lot of talk. How do you keep your locker room kind of insulated from all that, especially with a lot of prospects here who are well regarded, could see their names, pop up on social media, all that stuff?
I think for me, it's just talking to the group. I usually talk to them before and after practice in a circle, and just tell them to keep the head clear. I mean, there's always going to be a chance you might get moved. Wayne Gretzky got traded, so anybody can get traded, right? But just, it's out of their control. We can only control what we can control, right? We can't control that stuff. So if it happens, it happens. But I'll just try to keep everybody calm and focused on the task at hand.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.